Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We will be drafting the Arena Cube Best of 1 once again today, hoping for better results than Monday and a clearer path because Monday's draft was kind of all over the place, and we're gonna have some fun here today with the Arena Cube that I know can be fun when you're going back and forth with your opponent doing haymaker after haymaker instead of just dropping random 3-mana 1/1s that don't do anything. Which is what we were doing on Monday, which is not what we're going to do today. Drafted an aggro deck, kind of like a mono red deck that didn't really get there too much. Had to splash a couple of white cards, decided a little late. I had a good start to blue-white blink, and then it fell apart. And then we got past an Embercleave, pick like 7, and everything had regrets. There were regrets all around. So what do we have here today to start with? Alright, so I'm looking at Vorinclex. There's kind of like a green-white or Bant counters kind of thing going on in the cube here. There's Village Rites for black-red sack. There's Sphinx's Revelation for blue-red control, but this card isn't like a great control card much anymore. There's a random land here. Chandra, but that's also for mono red that I just don't want to draft today. Baral's Expertise is a decent-ish enough kind of blue spell. This is a little bit too expensive. This seems pretty good. This could wheel, to be honest, if we take Vorinclex. And then there's Skyclave Apparition, which is also like fine, and like mono white, which is another deck I don't really want to get into today. I think I'm going to start with Vorinclex today. We'll see where it goes. Who knows? Sanguine Brushstroke is a wonderful card for Black-Red Sacrifice. It's a very fun one for that deck too. There's Abrade. There's Thief of Sanity, which is very, very good. There's a Llanowar Visionary to go with the Vorinclex. And by go with it, I don't mean like it has counters, but it ramps towards it and it's just a nice enough card to go with it. I think I want to go with Brushstroke though. So when he ETBs, you make a blood token and a blood artist. And whenever you sacrifice a blood token, they lose a life. So it's either that or Llanowar Visionary. I might go back on my word and take the Visionary. It's just so good with Vorinclex. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Visionary for now. And then we see the Great Henge. This card is insane. Read it if you want to. Or not. I don't care, because I'm taking it. There's also Vivian on the Hunt, which could wheel. Primal Might, maybe. Breeding Pool won't wheel. Jugen could wheel. So there's some good wheels here if we're thinking maybe like a mono green kind of thing. Because then there's Glorious Sunrise. Now we have to be careful about our curve as we do this. So I'm actually going to take the Green Seeker here. And maybe the Sunrise wheels. Cold Steel Heart is also a pretty good one. The Gonti's great. Yeah, those are some good cards here. And Dot the Triome is good. We want to make sure we have a good amount of creatures for the Great Henge. Vorinclex doesn't really even need to be maximized as far as its counter synergy, but the Great Henge goes a long way in helping that. So I'm going to take the Green Seeker here. And then see 0 green cards. Those are some good black cards here, though. Croaking Counterpart. Precursor Golem. Elspeth's Nightmare is a very good black card. This is basically 2 mana, kill a small creature, gain 2 life sometimes. Oh wait, no. Choose 1. It looks like there's 3 modes on this. kill a creature, remove 3 loyalty counters, and if you weren't the starting player, you gain 3. That's not as good as I thought it was. Nightmare is pretty good, though. So is Monstrous Murderous Rider. Let's take Nightmare. Maybe we do like a green-black value kind of thing. And then all the green cards are gone. Oh, once again, why does this always have to happen to me? It's like I had a great mono green start and then 2 straight packs. Green is gone. I think I might go Languish here. Shambling Ghast is pretty good too. Which of the Moors is pretty good, but only in very specific decks. There is a Fabled Passage here as well. Steel Seraph. I'm going to take the Passage, actually. Just kind of fix our mana a little bit. Feel out if green really is going to be super, super cut. Well, apparently not. Titania's Command is here. Approach of the Second Sun is as well. This is a nice little win con in control decks. Thoughtseize is good. Boseju's probably pretty good as well, but Titania's Command... I mean, at this point, if we just take every small green creature we find, then it's really all you need. So none of these lands touch green, nor is there a green card in the pack. There is Karuga, which right now, Green Seeker's the only card here that would prevent us from companioning Karuga. I guess I'll take it. Alright, all the green cards are gone again. Come on. So, this is a creature that I don't really want to play. No green cards again, but there's a Palladium Mirror, which goes well with Great Henge, goes well with Vorinclex. I mean, it's fine enough, I think, for a ramp-ish style of deck. And then there's 2 very good green cards. What are you doing, people, at this draft table? Yeah, I'm going to take the cheap one here. This also has synergies with Vorinclex with Chapter 2. And the backside, Vivian on the Hunt, would be fine. Cold Steel Heart Wheeling is probably incorrect, but there's also an Indatha Triome. I'm going to take the Triome here. This card is good as well, but the Triome could fix our mana pretty well. I'm going to take the Academ's Awakening, both of the black cards wheeled, and Catacombs could do something. Okay, well, we got to start here. Alright, now there's Field of the Dead. But I think this has to be a very early pack 1 pick to really maximize it. There's Gix, there's Surf Farron, and Life of Toshiro. These are the 3 cards I'm looking at, basically, here. I don't think we're going to be mono green. If we were, Surf Farron would be the pick. But I just don't think we're going to do that. So it might be Life of Toshiro or Gix Yawgmoth Praetor here. I think I'm going to take Life of Toshiro just as a cheap interaction spell. Okay. 3 mana 2/2 at the beginning of each upkeep, make a 1/1 Death Touch Snake if you don't have one. There's also Incubation Druid and Hydra and the Boat and Chromatic Lantern. I think I'll take the Incubation Druid here. Again, it can give itself counters for the Vorinclex. It can ramp to the Great Henge. It's a cheap 2-drop. All that kind of things. Vivian Arkbow Ranger is great for the counter synergy, so is Inscription of Abundance, and Uvenwald Oddity is fine. This might wheel. I think I need some interaction here. We don't have a ton. We should err on the side of creatures because of Titanium Command and Great Henge. So maybe that's an argument for taking the Oddity here. I think I'm actually going to, because I think the two best cards in our deck are the Great Henge and Titania's Command. So having creatures with those would be great. Balagad Recovery is a good MDFC to go in the deck. Once Upon a Time, I doubt wheels, but would be good. Deathcap Glade on the wheel would be good as well. There's the Mayhem Devil, so black-red could have been open, but Balagad Recovery is great for this deck. Lovestruck Beast is another great one for this deck. Oh, but Lulth is so good. It's one of the best Planeswalkers in the entire cube as well. We have to make sure that we don't have too many expensive cards here. But Lovestruck Beast is a nice, cheap roadblock to help us get to all this stuff. And it's another creature, so I'm going to take the Beast here. Topiary Stomper, nice good ramper. It's also Timeless Witness. Ooh. We don't really have the combos with Timeless Witness, unfortunately. So I'm going to take the Topiary Stomper. Here's Music Mastery again. I always have regrets when I draft Cube. It's like, oh, I wanted to do that. Oh, I wanted to do Mayhem Devil. Is this a Bolas' Citadel deck? I don't think it is. It's the most likely card we're going to play, though. Werewolf Pack Leader, Evolved Sleeper, and Jadar, and Mind Stone. I'm going to take the Pack Leader. Field of the Dead came all the way back around. We're not going to have the lands for that. Maybe we have to splash a white card here. I just don't think Field of the Dead is going to work out. I guess Voracious Hydra over Swiftfoot Boots. It's kind of a modal cheap creature if you need it to be. Inscription wheeled anyway. So did Ethersphere Harvester and Revoker, but I'm going to take the Inscription. Maybe we're just mono green. I think green seems quite open here. What are we giving up if we go mono green? We're giving up Life of Toshiro, which didn't matter because we got the other card we were considering anyway, which was, can't remember. Oh well. The Glade did wheel. So did Mayhem Devil. Could just be mono green here. Let's see. I don't think we need the Karuga thing. Great land for us there. So I guess the biggest regret I have in that pack is not taking the 2-mana 2/2 Surferin. Alright, got Ulvenwald Hydra. We have Rishkar Pima Renegade, which is very good with Vorinclex. It's also just very good for ramp strategies to get to all this stuff. Sovereign's Epiphany as well, but... And as far as black goes, I don't think either of these two cards are good enough to consider taking it over Rishkar here. Gilded Goose is probably where I'm landing here, and maybe something like the Immortal Sun Wheels. We have the ramp to get to this, but Gilded Goose is pretty much what we want here. Basilisk Collar, maybe, but we're taking the Goose. The Goose is loose. Alright, Simian Simulacrum and Paradise Druid. Both of these are outstanding for us. There are some good black cards here. 12 creatures. That is not enough. So we need to up that with either Druid or Simulacrum here, I think. So I will take the 2-drop and maybe Simulacrum Wheels. Alright, Mechagodzilla, Shigeki, and Bushwhack to a lesser extent. I don't think this is for us. So I'm going to take the Mechagodzilla. This just goes really in any deck. Masked Vandal's pretty good. Nice little extra modal kind of thing. It's also a little roadblock against aggressive decks. I think I'll take that here. Mutavault versus Ovia Pashiri. This is very slow. I mean, it's another creature, though, and we are in the market for creatures. Again, Titania's Command, Great Henge. I'll take that over the Mutavault. Elvish Reclaimer, Argoth, and the World Spell. This is too expensive. I'll take the land here. Chromatic Orrery, no. Gitrog Monster, probably not. Settle the Wilds, Tamio's Safekeeping. Guess we can get some protection for some of our more powerful stuff here with Safekeeping. I don't think we're playing anything here. It's not really a Hardened Scales deck. A couple of the black cards wheeled. Maybe we could take Flesh Gorger and not really plan to cast it for its prototype. Maybe we have enough lands to just potentially sometimes be able to cast the prototype version while also going mono green here. So if I'm looking down here, I mean, obviously the black cards are potential cuts. Here's a land. I think all of these non-lands are okay. So that's probably a potential cut. I want to keep as many creatures as I can. So we currently have... was this 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? Is that what? Yeah. Don't need that. This seems fine, this seems fine, and this seems... So I got all the green-black lands, plus a Deathcap Glade and a Fabled Passage, which means every single one of our lands is a green source if we don't play swamps here. So... we could just cut these five cards here, and then just play like this. And we have 17 creatures. And 5 black sources. I guess the Fabled Passage would need to find a singular swamp. What are you doing here? Why are you suggesting things? Okay. So we find we could play one singular swamp, so we have the out to cast this. But we'll still have like 16 green sources in this deck. Yeah, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 green sources, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black sources to potentially have the out to cast that for 3 if we wanted to. This will probably be somewhere around in here. And then just got a bunch of green creatures and things to do with it. A little bit of interaction. There's not a ton of interaction in the cube. Hopefully we have enough, but hopefully we just drop this and go to town. That seems to be the goal. I'm starting to second guess with as many free black sources as we have. I'm wondering if, you know, playing a couple of these black cards is like almost free for us. Like these two maybe. And then we'd cut some of the worst green cards we have. We can have this count as a land and play 16 now. So we'd have to cut 2 creatures if we did that. This card is just very, very good. Maybe that one's not quite as good. So we do that, and then we do... I just don't think this card is fast enough. It seems just far, far too slow. So we do have to cut a creature to put this in, but I think it's probably worth it. It's a very, very good card here, so we could just kind of splash a couple of black cards here. And hopefully we have enough power to compete. Keep this here, Incubation Druid. On 2. Don't quite have the black yet, but that's okay. Can get like a 4/5 Hydra on turn 4, maybe? Guardian Idol, yeah. Okay, so we could play the Nightmare, but we'd have no target for the first chapter. And I'd like to have a target for the first chapter. So let's go X equals 2 here. And then we'll double it. Toski. Well, we can't destroy that one, unfortunately. And there's really no point in attacking here because they're just going to block with the indestructible creature. And we'll get no damage through. So when they attack with Toski, I'm probably, well, I'm blocking, but I don't know with which creature. Alright, got a thinker over there. That's okay. Maybe they're just timing out. I don't know. I guess they timed out. Okay. Oops. Alright. Well, on the next one, I guess. Alright, it's a pretty good hand here. Goose into Druid into hopefully finding a ramp target. Maybe that Druid now. Could also do Pack Leader, but let's see what they play here on 2. Ornithopter of Paradise. Could also just do this. I could play 2 of these. This could be busted next turn. We put the... Well, it doesn't have read ahead, so we'd have to create the monk first. But we can do this and then basically just, like, next turn dump our hand, pretty much. Oh. Oops. I done mathed wrong. Should have played Jugan there. That's okay, we'll survive. I don't know why I thought I had 4 mana. Maybe I thought this was a treasure? Not quite sure why I thought I had 4, but okay. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. So now we have 4 mana. Which means I can play this and then still hold up safekeeping here. Or I could play this and then hold back their 2/2. I'm not under a ton of pressure, so I'm going to do this one. I'd like to get the backside of this going as soon as I can. Well, I could do this too. Yeah, I'll just do this too then. Why not? This holds back their 2/2 well enough. Next turn, depending on what we draw, we could put the counter here, and then this can tap for 3 mana. But then we just don't really have anything to do with that mana, unfortunately. Yeah, that's tough. That is a clock for sure. Put it here. Comes the train. Probably gonna cycle this on their turn here. I'm more than likely going to trade off the pack leader for this one. I might chump with the goose this turn because they're going to get... They're going to be attacking me for 6 in the air. We need to start finding some of our big spells. Like Great Henge or some of that stuff. The fighty Hydra dude. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I can use safekeeping to trade for that one, and then I can bounce that. Take 7. Oh my gosh, for some reason I thought that gave +1/+1 as well. This is just not going particularly great. Yep, and here come the lands. Says first strike too? Of course it does. Alright then. Can't do anything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all this stuff is happening. Need to draw something here. I can pay 1. No, I can't transform it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can transform this right now. If I just decline to pay. Can do that at instant speed too. But we're gonna die before most of this matters. Man, a Reclamation Sage would have been so good to get in the draft. I think I saw it was either today or on Monday's draft that I saw it in the draft. But I guess there was something better to take? I don't know. They have a way to kill it now. Yep. So we're taking 8 in the air. And if we attack with any of these, we lose on the backswing. So we can't attack. Not that we really have a way to deal 23 damage to them next turn, but... Yep. Just getting smacked by a bunch of creatures. We drew all of our ramp, but didn't really draw any of the payoffs until it was too late, unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, even in... Well, Inscription does gain us a bunch of life here. So, 2 counters on this. Target player gains 10 life. That's me. Problem is, they can just move them all wherever they want to. And then... this will fight... Oh, they have 2 of those. Oh, they blinked the Splicer. Of course they did. Gosh, both of these are just so... I mean, there's so many threats I have to get rid of here. The adversary? Because if I kill this one, they're just going to put the malls somewhere else. That should do it, I'm sure. Okay, well, we have another good hand here that we have to hope they don't run us over with. That made it even better. Never mind. Alright, guess we're Paradise Druiding now. Go ahead and counter this. No? Okay. Gonna bounce our 1/1. Brazen Borrower's my guess. Nothing. Okay, just chose not to counter. So I have 6 mana. However, they clearly have something going on over there. We don't really need this mana so much anymore. There's probably some sort of flash thing that could, like, totally blow me out in this cube format here, like Resto Angel or... Yeah, I thought Brazen Borrower was kind of what they had. Oh, I shouldn't have tapped that Paradise Druid. No, it doesn't have... No, it doesn't have Hexproof. Yeah, I thought Brazen Borrower was what they had last turn. I'm shocked they didn't use it. Now let's see if they get rid of the Paradise Druid, now that I made that mistake. We still have 6 mana with Palladium Mirror, though, so it's not like we...
If you show remorse, keep up the pace.
Don't think I'll pay, only because I need to try to get rid of Teferi here. Alright, it did work. Okay, good. At least Teferi's gone. Dang. Well, that sucks. Well, it probably did us in there, I would think. Now their control deck can just take control. So they did have an instant there. They chose not to... No, it could have just been Guardian Idol activation, so... Hopefully no Hullbreaker Horror. Okay, well that could have been worse for us. Okay, what's the crew on that? 3? Yeah. Okay. Ward pays 7 life. This card is a beating if they can't deal with it. Their deck looks to be built to deal with it, but we'll see if they have that answer in hand, or if they just have like another board wipe or something. See what we find off the draw first. Alright, sweet. We got a hit in with it. Okay. It was a good draw for them. Darn. Well, now we need to find some sort of answer. We don't really have anything else going for us here. Guess we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, and I guess we fight the flyer? It's something, but not the greatest of things. We need the Great Henge followed by creature after creature after creature after creature. That's our way out. And we have a 7-turn clock to do it. Okay. They can make this an 8/8. And we have to trade it for our 4/4, or for our 7/7. I mean, if we don't do this now, we're never... It's just going to be like a 16/16 next turn, so... We can get the goose back, but like I don't really know what that does. At this point, it's just a race against approach. So... No, it doesn't do anything, so go ahead. I'd like to draw a card, but we'd have to attack with this. And this would just get eaten by that. But we have to kill them in 2 turns. Okay. Can we use this to mill our opponent? Don't think we can. Okay. They draw. Discard and then draw approach on their turn, so they got us on that one. Alright, we're on the play here with, I think, is a good hand. Pack leader on 2, so 2 mana 3/3 to start. And then some options here, potentially. They play like a 2-power creature. We can shock ourselves and kill it, which is what it looks like I will probably be doing. Okay, as soon as something bad happens, they bolt. We've gotten 2 victories against opponents that have timed out and straight conceded, so we're doing outstanding here. Okay, we're on the draw here with a good hand. Greenseeker on 2, Stomper on 3. Hopefully the ramp kind of helps us. Maybe Paradise Druid on 2 now. Hopefully no counterspell. Okay, good. This is the power 9. Yes, it is. Alright, so I think I'm gonna tap the Druid for the Stomper here. I know it leaves this open, but we've already got the mana out of it. Alright, they drew one of them. And of course it was the blue one, since they're a mono blue deck, so they get to use that extra blue mana. Must be nice. Die. Let's see if they drew Time Walk now. One top. Blue black. Okay. Down goes Vorinclex. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Could get it back with Balagad Recovery. We could kill this stupid Oracle. I think I'll have it enter tap to play this and then hit them for 2. We don't really need this mana as much anymore, and we might be in a race scenario here. Well, that sucks. Artifact, instant, or sorcery. Counter it. Okay. So if they block the Topiary Stomper, they take 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't cast this because it just gets countered. Can put them to 1, or we can just attack here, put them to 4, and then they'll probably kill this next turn. Or if they block this, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they eat this and go to 1, and then we have 3 lethal threats next turn. That seems like one of our only ways out here. Now, if they draw Time Walk, we lose, but Time Walk is essentially an instant win anyway. Okay. So they clearly have an answer for Vorinclex. The way that they're tapping here, the way that they are attacking. Ah, never mind. So they're going to bounce that.
I could sneak right by, but I'm itching to fight. There's no secret I can't uncover.
Alright, well this is an artifact, so it's going to get countered. So is this. So what we could do here, this only triggers once each turn. So what we can do is have this get countered. And then kick this. 2 counters, I gain life, this fights that, and now I think we are lethal here. And we are, yeah. 1 attacker, and we've got trample. So, looks like we got there, somehow. Good thing we made that all-out attack last turn when we did, so, good. Opponent goes first. Well, we've got a decent enough hand, I suppose. I mean, as good as a hand that this deck can make here. Do I want to play a random 1-3? Well, that makes Rishkar much better next turn to help us get toward a Great Henge. So I will play the 1-3 for that reason. Don't really care about killing that with Elspeth's Nightmare next necessarily. I'm probably just going to play Rishkar. And then I think we have a turn 4 Great Henge. If we draw a land. Yes, because we currently have 5 mana and this currently costs 6, so we need a land. Well, no, even the Awakening can help us do it, but we don't even need the Awakening. Yep. Let it survive, please. Don't have Rex Sage or something. Although we do have Balagad Recovery, so that's good. Oracle. That would have been a card I would have loved to see. Alright. Let's start going off here. Haha. Thank you, Great Henge. You are very good. And we have a way to get it back if they kill it. Although there's Coma over there. That's not good. What does this do? That's probably okay. Oof, those are some good cards over there. However, we are kind of running out of gas. We can kick the inscription to kill this, but then this would also die. This doesn't really do much for us right now. So I'm gonna let the inscription kill one of these things. Probably, hopefully the coma. Yeah. Alright, 2 counters here. I gain life, and then this fights the coma. And alright, I guess they've had enough. We didn't really have much left in our hand, and they had a good hand over there, but apparently the Great Henge got enough value for us. Alright, so we're on the draw. We have Valligate Recovery as a land here, so we have at least a 2-lander. And then we'll just get run over by mono white. What do we need here? We're probably not going to have enough time to cast this, so I just want to get my land down, play a 3/3. See what they play here. Alright, so they stumble for a moment. I lost to that card once already. Let's get this going here. Well, we can't block, so I guess we're attacking. Yeah. Yeah. Good cards. Good cards. They have a single white trick over there. I don't know exactly what it is. It could be Patriarch's Humiliation. I believe that's in the cube. It could be like give your creature indestructible and hexproof and scry one or something. Oh my god. Yeah, mono white is good. Mono white is good. I think it is Patriarch's Humiliation now. There it is. Take 10 and die to a... Like, what do we do here? We just lose. We just all right, I'll save all of our time here. We just initiate into Adeline, into Marshall, into Small, and it's probably the best curve their deck could have possibly had. They had just about every... If you could ask for a curve out of a mono white deck, it would have been that. So, okay, 4-3 today. Is what it is. Had some fun here. Went off with the Great Henge at least once, so at least we did that. So, thanks so much for tuning in for today's Daily Draft, and I will see you next time for your Daily Draft.